Hey everybody, so as we begin working on your water set, just want to kind of reiterate that remember that all of the element sets, they're trying to teach you some specific things, right? So there's an energy, right, that the forms are trying to teach you. There's a movement method, a way to generate powers. The movement is trying to teach you, how do I get power into my strikes and my defenses? How do I generate power along this one path, along on this method? Okay? And in water, the energy for us is crashing and splitting. Okay? It's crashing energy. It's overwhelming, rolling forward. Okay? Okay? But it's mostly downward energy. Okay? In a lot of ways, it opposes fire. The fire energy rises and moves forward, rises and consumes. Okay? The water energy kind of drops and rolls. Okay? So keep that in mind as you work on these. How am I going to use my body, my breath, my mind? Because how your mind thinks affects how your body will also start to kind of translate your movement. Okay? So we're going to go into that first line of the form now. Once you learn these parts, or even every single step you're doing, I want you to think about that sink, that fall. How do I put that weight and that energy where it needs to be? Okay. Last thing I'll say about that, okay, strength and power doesn't always have to come from muscle. As a matter of fact, it very rarely does. You only add your physical strength, your muscle to it after you've learned the movement, because then it becomes like an addition too. But if you're trying to make your moves powerful with muscle, you're going to have the opposite effect. You're going to take away power. So learn to generate power with your body, your whole body. And once you master the movement with your body, then if you're in decent shape and you've got good muscular tone and strength, then you can add that to it, and it's just like a multiplier. Okay? So we're going to start right now. All right, good afternoon everyone. So I'm going to do a couple of the element sets, kind of a tutorial style, and I'm going to do them kind of like Shufu John did. I'm going to break them into shorter segments so you can work on them piece at a time. It'll also make it a little bit easier to upload and for you to view. So I'm going to start off with water set. Remember that the water set, we call it that, but the name of the form is small water fist, and in Chinese it's SHUI Chen. SHUI Chen. Okay? Small water fist. So try and find my right spacing here and kind of walk you through it as we go, making sure that you can see most of what my body is doing. So I might reposition myself a bunch of times as we go. Okay? So after the salutation, right? Remembering our kind of our concepts. So it's going to be rise, open, close, settle. As you settle, step back with the left, not behind the right foot, slightly out behind your left shoulder, and shift to a 5-star horse stance. Pressing down. This is your pull. Around, fingers point to each other. And as you come through, the right hand is going to drop, and the left hand is going to do your water palms from here through here. Okay, so it looks like so. Open, rise, close, settle, step, draw on the turn. 1, 2, splash. Okay, roll. I call this a scorpion here. It's going to happen a lot in this form over the top. Shuffle forward, left to right, cat stance, splash with the right. Extend, roll again, left hand to the shoulder, wipe and pull the hand out as if someone had grabbed it. Pull to the hip, right hand to the hip, through to the scorpion position again, rise, settle forward, splash. So as you have the splash, again, simulating someone grabbing the wrist, roll and grab theirs, Left hand comes from the low position, that guard position, to the shoulder, prepared to cut through. So you're going to pull with the right, extend with the left as you shift forward. So step, pull, circle out, turn, and drop the weight. And that's a throw. Okay, we'll do that again. Rise, open, close, settle, step, pull. 1, 2, splash, roll, scorpion, shuffle the cat stance, splash, roll, wipe the left, around the top, scorpion, draw the leg up, step forward, splash, grasp the wrist, left hand to shoulder, step through to your horse, okay? Push, pull to 45 degrees over there, angle 7, turn to angle 1, and then sink. This elbow and forearm dropping someone over your leg. Okay? That's the first road or the first line of the form. We'll split it and we'll go into the second line.